Hey all, so I want to start my morning off today with a rant because this is something that has been bothering me for the last my entire time on YouTube, and that is every time I criticize a man, and no matter how harsh I am, I can call him a disgusting misogynist. I can say that I wouldn't feel safe around him. I can be like, yes, this is a man who has literally raped women. How terrible is he? There is always a man in my comment section saying, you're talking about him an awful lot. Do you have a crush on him? Can we please stop pretending that everything a woman says means the exact opposite and just start listening to the words that actual women use? Because there's so many problems with this. One, you're not taking women at face value. You're not listening to what they say. You're assuming all women play silly games and not actually listening to them. And there are real issues for this around consent, because you're assuming if a woman says no, she means yes, and if she says yes, she also means yes. A lot of men can't fathom that women would actually say no to them, and that women are not consenting to something, women are not interested. And even when women do vocalize that, they ignore it. A lot of people, especially men, blame women who are victims of sexual assault, saying things like, well, why didn't she say no? But then when a woman does say no, they're not believed anyway. It's like, well, it wasn't really a real no, was it? The no probably meant yes. Women like me can be completely direct and say, hey, I'm afraid of this man.
Once he's found himself, he can lock himself away from society because he's a danger to us all. You are not the kind of person I would ever want to be around or feel safe being around. You are not the kind of person I would want around any women or children or human beings for that matter. This is not normal behaviour.
And men will still hear, oh, she's got a crush on him. And that is incredibly problematic. The other issue that comes with this is that clearly there are a lot of men out there who can't distinguish the difference between good and bad attention. They think all attention is positive attention, and again, really problematic. It means that they're probably going to have issues with understanding what consent is, and that makes them really, really dangerous and scary. And finally, I think one of the big problems with this is that there are a lot of men out there who are attracted to women or certain women, and they're almost resentful of that. They're angry about that. I was editing a video for Elise yesterday, and she pointed out how on the Reality Check podcast, one of the hosts who was berating Rebecca Goodwin was also kind of checking her out and looking her up and down and like licking his lips, looking at her. And Elise was like, is he attracted to her? And yet he was being so rude and disrespectful to her. And that kind of makes me think that these men who have been like, oh, you're saying you don't like him and you're scared of him, you must be attracted to him, are the same men who will be like, I'm attracted to her and therefore I'll disrespect her and be rude to her and be aggressive towards her. And again, that just implies to me that they're a very scary man. It's a topic way too complicated to cover in 3 minutes, but they're just my initial thoughts. If you want a full video on it, let me know.